Hello students, this is Professor Somunshi and welcome to our channel Adsu Polytechnic. So students, in today's video, we are going to see what is meant by constructor. We are going to see the practical of constructor. Here, we are going to create one constructor and the name of constructor is sample. In that particular constructor, we are going to use two variables and give the default value to those variables. So let's start the session. So here, I am going to So first, we will create one file and I will rename the file. I will save the file with .cpp extension. So I will give the name as constructor.cpp. So first I will require some header files. So I will include #include iostream.h, then #include conio.h. So here I have included two header files. Then now I am going to create one class and the name of my class is sample. So within this class sample, first I will create two variables, integer m, n. So these are the two variables. Then in public access specifier, here I will write the public access specifier. Within public access specifier, I will create one constructor. So the name of constructor is same as name of class. So here I will write sample. Now within this bracket, I am not going to give any parameters because this is a default constructor and the constructor that does not accept parameter is called as default constructor. So this constructor here, I am not going to give any of the parameter. Now within the body, I am going to write m is equal to 10. That means that here I am giving some default value that is 10 to variable n and then n is equal to 20. So here I have given 20 value to variable n. So whenever this constructor is invoked, the value of m is initialized to 10 and the value is n is initialized to 20. Now next I will write void display function. In the display function, I am going to display the value of m and n. So in order to display, I have to use cout, then I will write m is m. That means here I am displaying the value of m. Now cout, double inverted comma, I will write n is n. So here after m, I will use end L. In order to go to next line, I will use end L. Here also I will write end L. That means that in display function, what we are doing, we are just displaying the value of m and n. After that, we have to close the class. So after class bracket closing, I will write the semicolon. Now I have to use the main function, so I will write void main. Within main function, we create the objects of particular class. So our class is sample. So first I will create sample s1. So here s1 is an object of class sample. So when I create this sample s1 object, the default constructor will be automatically invoked. Here in the comment, I will write default constructor is invoked. Okay. Now, after that, I have to call the display function. So I will write s1 dot display. After that, I will write the next statement, that is nothing but get ch. So students, here we have created the construct, we have invoked the constructor. Which constructor? Default constructor. And I am not passing any parameter because default constructor does not accept parameter. Then I am calling the display function and after that I have written get ch. So now once again, I will save the program. Now I'm going to compile the program. So it is showing no any warning and no any error. That means that we have successfully compiled our program. Now we are going to run the program. So I will run it. So it is showing that m is 10, n is 20. That means that when I have created the object of sample, that is S1, the default constructor gets invoked and the default value of m becomes 10 and the default value of n becomes 20. And after that, I have called display function, that is s1.display, and in display function, I have displayed the values of m and n. So in this way, we have created the default constructor and used in our program. So students, thank you. Thanks for watching.